Now this is a really nice little Triumph T100. I think it's a 73. Got it running the other day, last week I think. Left to be done, new fork boots, and the tranny main seal is leaking and I'm going to replace that. So we'll get started today and see how much I can accomplish before it gets to be too hot in the garage to continue. I'll try to get these fork boots on this morning. Well, it's about 7:40 right now. Let's see. Yeah, about 20 to 8 or so. I didn't notice the time when I made the last video, but probably something after 7. I pulled the front fender and front wheel off the bike, so a little progress is made. Everything is over here, fender stay and nuts and bolts. And wheels off. All right, I was just getting ready to move this wheel out of the way, and I noticed something interesting. Watch this linkage. It's kind of sticky. So I'll take that apart and clean it out. That shouldn't stick, that should bounce back nicely. So just one more thing. Minor, but we should lubricate that, clean it, lube it. Okay, fork boots are off. The only reason I'm mentioning this is there's no need to be neat. Try to take them off neatly. We're going to throw them away anyway. So I just take a razor knife and slice them down the side and take them off. Quick and easy. No leakage at all from the fork seals. So these look like they might even be new springs. That's very nice. Okay, let's put the new boots on. Okay, let's see what time it is. It's 5 after 8. And the boots are on. Okay, looking good. Progress being made. Okay, I buy these interesting stainless steel banding straps and use them around fork boots because they're a lot nicer than putting clamps or stuff like that. I'm going to put this one on and give you the opportunity to watch me mess one up. But that's how it works. Slide in here. They're self-locking. Put them in the back so you don't see the clamp, like so. Then this special tool pulls them tight and cuts them off. So you put that through there like that. Put that all the way down. Pull it there. And bend it back like so. And cut it off. Then you can take this little guy. I didn't leave quite as much as I wanted to, but I'll show you how you bend it back to act as a second lock. No, not bad. It fits in the back. Looks pretty good. I'll do another one and we'll watch I'll call it good. We'll call that good. We're gonna do this again, just so I can see if I can get more of what we refer to as service loop on the end. Pulling it tight, bending it over like so. And cutting it off there. Okay, this time we got a little bit more tab, and I'm going to tap that over like that as a safety, and that'll never come loose. So, they look pretty good. All right, thank you. Okay, the boots are on and banded. I've got the wheel over here. I started to take the nut off this axle. I had a pair of vice grips on the other side, and using the impact tool to pull that nut off of there. And needless to say, it didn't come. That sucker is on there really, really tight. So I'm going to try it here and see what happens. And it's not coming off. All right, time for a big cheater bar. I'll get one ready. Okay, that first attempt failed. I had soft jaws in the vise to hold the axle on the other side, and they were slipping, soft aluminum. This one, I got the soft jaws off, and cheater bar, and it's slipping underneath. I'm going to stand here for a few minutes and heat this some more and see what happens. Okay, broke it free. The heat gun didn't do it. I had to use a torch to get it hot enough to release. And that's something I don't like to do. I don't like using torches on motorcycles, but with the wheel way over here and the bike way over there, I figured it's safe enough. And I heated this nut till it finally came off. Now it's too hot to touch right now, but I finally got it free. So now let's take a look inside at the brakes, the brake drum, and all the various and sundry parts that activate it. All right, here's the brake assembly off the bike. Still a little warm, too warm to touch. The shoes are the old-fashioned riveted, but they're not down to the rivets, so there's plenty of meat left, enough. Good thickness. They're not worn out, is what I'm trying to say. Normally, if I'd planned ahead, I might have changed these just on general principles, but they look perfectly adequate. I'm going to clean this wheel up some, this brake assembly up some, and take these shoes out, and then clean up the pivots and lubricate all the linkages. I'll set the tripod up for that little exercise. All right, I've cleaned up the brake assembly a little bit. I've marked the shoes just because I want to put them back in the same position that they came out of. No real reason. I just always try to put them back together the way they came out. Mark them X and Y because this is a double leading shoe, which means they're both identical. So there's no leading, no trailing. So I'm going to try to get these out now using the lift up method to see how it works. All right. And maybe the sliding method works. And there we go. Okay. All right, shoes are out. It's still tight. All right, let's take that apart. Boy, is everything on this bike over tightened. All right, time to get out a cheater bar. Let me think on this. All right, let's see if we can break this free. Yep, that's good. All right, so that's good. Not sure how I'm going to hold this one. All right. Still got a view of that? Not really. See if we can break this one free. There you go. All right. All right, bring this back over here. All right, let's take these actuators apart. I'll get set up for that and start the video again. All right, taking these actuators off the shaft can be a real difficulty. You can simply take a hammer and beat the bloody heck out of these, but then you just mush up the end, and that's not nice to mush up the ends. So if you happen to have a 12-ton press available, you can do it this way. Let's see if this works for the video. There it goes. All right. That's one. Let's see if I can do the second one. Whoops, sorry. Ah, there it goes. Ah. Now the joys of having really neat tools. Okay, at this point, let's take these pivots out. And we'll clean those up and put it all back together. So all this stuff needs to be cleaned. Just basically because cleanliness is good, clean parts go back together easier and they work better. So I'll spend a little time with cleaner and on the wire wheel and make all this stuff look pretty and spiffy. And then put it together. Okay, all the parts are cleaned, and I will now reassemble. Basically, like the manual loves to say, reassemble in reverse order. So parts are looking good. Brake shoes are more than adequate. And the brake backing plate is nice and clean. So we're going to put all this together now. Well, this could be interesting. Opportunity to embarrass myself here. These hard faces go on like so. You can't put them on wrong. That's the good news. Okay. Take yonder brake shoes, put the springs in, like so. Stand by while I clean the faces of these shoes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Cleaned up the shoes a little bit, edges. I never clean the faces. I figured they're worn in that way, and I don't want to mess with what was working. I do take a little bit of general purpose grease. I keep a little cup here just for the heck of it, and put just a dab on the face, each actuator face, just for the heck of it. And now I'm all ready to put it back on the actuators, except I haven't put the actuators in. So let's think about doing that. A little bit of lightweight grease. This hole is not actually a grease fitting, it's for oil. It comes in here and goes out that hole right there. And while we're here, let's go ahead and clean that out. All right, that's clean. Oh, it's pretty sludgy in there. All right, that cleans out the oiling holes. Okay, back to where we were. I'm going to just put a tiny lightweight coating of the general purpose grease on just for the heck of it. Like so. Try to get that up in the air. All right, we're going to try the first method is the snap-on method to try to put these brake shoes on. And the second method is the slide them on. Let's try this. I call this the snap-on method, where you try to snap them on from the sides. Nope, not going to work. Let's try sliding them on. I'm going to give it up. I'll stop the video too. Okay, they're on. First of all, I went ahead and installed the actuators so that I didn't have to have this thing up on a prop trying to clear all this. So then, with the springs installed on the shoes, I spread this one enough to slide it on the bottom actuator at an angle, and I got it on. Then I pushed this side down up here on, leaving me this still up in the air, and I was able to force it out over the edge like this, get it over here, pop it down, and pop it in. That's probably not the most sophisticated way of doing it. Most brake shoes, I'm able to split them, hold them vertical, drop them over the pegs, spread them down, and they snap into place. Not these. So, here's your actuator. See it? And here's the other actuator. Like so. And now we're going to put the linkage together. And put it in the wheel and adjust it. So, let me clean this stuff up and I will get back to you in a minute. All right, the front wheel's on, fender's on. I'm getting ready to adjust the front brake shoes to make sure that they make full contact simultaneously when you apply the brake. I have the 9/16 inch wrench on this rear activator, and it's being held fully engaged with a bungee cord wrapped around there. The front actuator is right there, and I'm going to hold it closed, fully engaged, right there. Now, that means that both of the actuators are fully engaged against the drum. At this point, you take the crossbar and you adjust it in or out. Well, I hit that one dead on. Huh. All right. That was an accident. Okay. Let loose a little. I think I'll make that just a little tighter. There you go. So now they're fully engaged, no play. And this one's pulled up anyway. Okay. All right, both of them are fully engaged. And I've only got 2 hands. All right. All right. So now when this gets pulled, they'll both engage at the same time. And at this point, we can put the cotter keys in and lock down this adjusting nut. Cotter keys, also known as split pins. All right, there you go. Now, adjusting the handle up here, and the adjuster in the center. All right, I'm going to stop the video for a minute while I fool around. All right, so we've got it adjusted by the skin of my teeth, because I'll show you. First of all, I got a good break. Okay. Now, moving the camera up here, you can see that the handle is engaged here, to get a good brake. Okay, but this adjustment here is all the way out to the end. There's no more left. We've used it all up. And that's because this inline adjuster is broken. Let me set this camera down for just a moment. And I'll come over and pick up the camera and try to show you that this adjuster is broken off. It should be another ½ inch long. And hang on, we'll try it again. Okay, I disconnected the other end, so now we have some slack. This adjuster is supposed to be about that long, another ½ inch. It's apparently broken off inside here. There's nothing that can be done. You can take the cable apart and try to fix it, but that involves safety considerations of which I don't want to be involved with. So it needs a new cable. So I will order a new front brake cable for this bike. In the meantime, I'll just use up all the adjustment in order to get minimal brakes so I can move it around safely. So that's where we are. Okay, it's 11:45. It's getting warm, probably up in 105 or 6 at this point in time. I'm going to show that we've got the new fork covers in place, and the brake is working as good as it can with the cable that's installed. And then we're going to call the front end complete. All right, giving it a spin. Good brake, but we've only got about ½ inch of handle left here. That's using it all. I wouldn't trust it as far as I can throw it. So I'm going to order a new front brake cable. In the meantime, fork boots look good. We'll call those good. And I'll turn the bike around and get ready to do the tranny main shaft seal tomorrow.